I am so truly honored to be the one that gets to tell you this news. I can't even wrap my own brain around it, but I'm gonna try. This is your coming out party. Your new life started. You might need a tissue because the happy tears are gonna be flowing. Your new life is starting right now. Right now, today. Maybe it happened an hour or two, maybe even 5 hours before you clicked on this video, but you know things are different because the light outside looks different, colors look different to you. You embody the impossible, and you are embarking on such a beautiful journey where you've come out of this cocoon, and it's like everybody's been waiting for you. You are this fresh air, this fresh oxygen that everyone has been waiting for. You are entering an era where you push the boundaries of what is even fathomable. So affirm that below. I push the boundaries on what is fathomable. I hope that makes sense. I just be making up my own stuff. I don't know. I channel and you guys, you listen, take it, don't take it, whatever. But people will have to adjust their brain to the data that you are unlocking, that you are unleashing. Yeah, you are blinding many people coming out of this cocoon, including yourself. You're like, they can't see, I can't see. Like, what do you mean? So I'm going to go over today's format quickly. I decided to do today, what is the impossible that you are unlocking? What have you been fighting through? Boundaries that you will push. What's going on with this coming out party, this cocoon? And what do you maybe need to be careful of that could be lurking around the corner? And I'm just so freaking honored to give you this message. So, you guys, if you're new here, I'm your bestie on the internet. Duh. I don't know what to tell you, but that's me. Okay, so grab whatever you be snacking on, sipping on, and or not, because I'm going in. If you have earbuds, headphones, operating heavy machinery, I probably will be hitting the bell, so you might want to turn it down just a skosh. All important links for products that I love using is in the description box. So my favorite pimple stickers, accessories that I use, my favorite smartwatches, my favorite headphones, all of that stuff will be linked below if you're interested. And just thank you for in any which way that you support my channel, and thank you for letting me be a part of your path. A song that I channeled for you is the song Impossible. I forget who sings it, but I wrote a note to myself to share it with you in the community tab after this message ends. I know some of the words. Somebody told me that I should take caution when it comes to love. I did. And then it's like impossible. I don't know. You guys know I freaking love that song. I'll probably share one or two of my favorite versions because there is a love version and then there's like the original person that sings it. So I love channeling things through music. And maybe you guys are clairaudient, or music plays a big part of your life, or maybe it's going to play an even bigger role in this new era. Okay. So you are getting ready to push the boundaries on what people even fathom is real. And you are going to build a whole community. You were put here on this earth, on this spiritual training ground, to not only break through the matrix, but to show people whatever is impossible, you better stretch far and beyond that, because you're taking it to above and beyond what the limit was supposed to be. The bar, there is no bar. Like, the bar is high, but you keep moving it, pushing it, and it just doesn't, you're truly feeling limitless right now. And I'm so excited. Okay, so you are going to build a community of other impossible earth angels, light workers, those that are chosen. This is going to be a whole collective of people that are inspired by you. So maybe you're going to start sharing more about yourself, even though you could be an introvert. Maybe you're going to start sharing things that you do, music that you write, poems. Maybe you're going to start sharing like your skincare or different things about your spirituality. People have been waiting for a celebrity like you, an influencer like you, a counselor, a motivational speaker. People have been waiting for this. So we have change. You have been going through drastic change because you needed to really start telling people no. You just went through a whole 1 to 2 year boot camp of no. This is not up for negotiation. It's a negative ghostwriter. We can't do that. I'm so sorry. And I know that could have been really hard on you. Like, I want to make all the room and time in the day to do all of these things, but I truly can't. So that change has officially taken place. We have infinite abundance. You guys could be eating more fruit, or you're more mindful of the things that you're eating. It could be pomegranate, strawberries, mango, coconut. I'm getting a lot of different fruits. Your life is just truly becoming like more juicy, more fruitful, more colorful, more vibrant. Because I'm getting a lot about fruits and vegetables and like how bright the colors are. We have the calm storm. There's something about you that is chaotic, but there's a method to your madness. You are the mad scientist behind the scenes, and you are showing people, I got things under control. It might look like a whole mess right here, but I truly have this on lock and I have it under control. You are learning how to not react to negativity. You are unfazed by the negativity. Like, you could, what did they do? Oh, okay, whatever. You're really stepping into your power of, this is mine, this is not mine. I said no, I stand on that. I meant what I said when I said it. So this no season and it feeling so harsh or heavy has finally ended. Now, the impossible. You are the all-seeing eye, or you have gone through a third eye activation. And the way that you see things right now is so different than any other lifetime that you've lived or any other season that you've gone through. You have so much clarity and perspective. No one is running game on you. Even if you feel sympathy, empathy, compassion, no one is running game on you at this time. You're just kind of like, let me think about that. And that maybe used to be a thing that you would never do before, is think about something that somebody has brought to you, whether it's a proposal. And a lot of people are going to be proposing things. You are about to get a whole bunch of attention that you have never seen before. People are going to be hiding behind corners, acting like fans, acting crazy. Like, you are going to be drawing in a crowd that you have never seen before, because you are the definition of impossible. The things that you've gone through, most would find impossible. The things that you have going on now in your life, people would think, oh my gosh, it's impossible to do all of those things at once. But it was a fine line for you at one point of over masculine energy, or it feeling even toxic at times and putting too much on your plate or being spread too thin, to stepping into your divine feminine energy. So you have figured out your figure 8, your method to the madness, and why you are the mad scientist of impossible. I love this. Order in the cosmic court. You are the mad scientist, and there is a method to your madness. Yeah, you're the mad scientist of impossible. Now, some other things that you didn't ever think were possible is the way that you feel love in this world. You feel like you are in this era of renewal and rest and peace, and really asking for what you want. So that's what I love, right? I just love this, because you are asking, like, actually, can I have this? Can you get that for me? Can you do this for me? And maybe you would never. It was hard for you to ask people for help. Like, no, I don't want to ask them. Nobody ever helps me with anything. And that could have been a mentality that you used to have. And you are now past that. And you're getting better and better and better at saying, you know what? Can you grab that for me? Can you go to the store and get this for me? You're letting go of control where you maybe were like, well, people like to weaponize their incompetence and I don't really want them doing it the wrong way. You're surrendering to the fact that you are a divine feminine energy. You do need help. You can do it all, but you're not going to anymore. You're going to do the things that really drive you. I'm seeing a lot about your inner child healing. That could have felt impossible to you at one point because of the things that you had endured. I know, for instance, for me, I didn't have adult supervision from the age of like 7 to almost 11. And my dad would be drunk when he would pick me up from school, if he would even remember to come get me from school. And he would be like 3 hours late. He would have substances in the car. If he got pulled over, he would have me hold on to those substances. And being an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, it was just kind of like, okay, that was the norm for me. That was my life. But then I got older and I had swore I was never going to use substances. I was never going to drink. I was never going to smoke cigarettes. I was never going to do any of these things. And then we go through life. Life becomes dense. It becomes hard. It becomes unmanageable. We go through heartbreak. We suffer. And we're not always equipped. And that's when I started leaning on substances even more, like, well, this will help me not feel that pain. This will help me mask that heartbreak that I'm feeling. And so it took a lot for me to heal inner child healing. Like, why did I have to go through that? I was really malnourished at that age of not having any supervision. And I got really sick, almost to the point where I wasn't going to be here anymore because I wasn't being properly fed. And then when I did finally start going to school more, because I missed like most of second grade, most of third grade, I was always getting sick because I was malnourished. I was always getting strep throat, having to stay home from school. I say that to say this. You've had divine assistance the whole time. The whole time God was with you. The divine was with you through your childhood. People wanting you to dim your light, to tone it down, to water it down, to pipe down. You don't have to do that anymore. And you are unlocking your inner child. And something that you thought was impossible is getting to be a big kid. I said in yesterday's message, if you guys missed it, skirt, okay, you need to watch it. You guys are about to engineer things that have never been thought of. Like, this is like you coming out with Google or Amazon, or do you know what I mean? Like, you're going to create something that helps people, that people need. Like, mark this day. Something big is happening. You are either going to become like, you might own a furniture shop, but like, it's going to be something different. You could have a farm that like no one's thought of before. You guys could have like an airline company or become a pilot or teach pilots. You could have your own post office. You guys could think of a different way for construction. I don't know, there's something big that you are going to be the hero of. It could be in the medical field, like a hospital, something that you do for firefighters. Like, you might create like a different type of uniform for people in the medical field or first responders, people in construction. I am getting a lot about like clothing and retail. Like, you're going to become a mogul of something, but you're also going to help people like be spiritual at the same time. I'm hearing at the same time. Okay. There's something about you helping the world one step at a time with food, furniture. The sky is not your limit. Okay. You are going to embody the impossible in this new era, and everyone's going to have to adjust their brain data. I'm sure back in the day, no one ever thought like, oh, Amazon would be a thing or like Google would be a thing. Do you know what I mean? And now we have, like, you're going to always be the first. Dang, bestie, dang. You are always going to be the first of dang near everything that you do. And it's going to bring you so much wealth that you are going to be able to help people eat well, live well, learn well. I don't know. You guys could create a school or like a private school. Or maybe you're going to do something for people that like grew up kind of like you. Like for me, for instance, I always felt like an orphan. Like maybe you could have an orphanage or an adoption agency. Oh my gosh, like something you're doing, it's a big deal. And it has to do with bringing people together, creating more work, creating jobs. Holy freaking Toledo. These are things that you never thought you could do in the old era. Maybe you thought, oh, maybe one day I'll own like a little store. That would be cool. Maybe one day I'll have like a little shop, a little online business. Nah. Nah. This is something way different. You are about to engineer several things. Say it with me, bestie, several. Yeah, maybe you are going to be able to have those things that, you know, back in the day you thought you'd never have. Like maybe you want to own a postal service or a fleet of planes or a pilot school. Like you're paying attention. This is something people have been waiting for. The things that you're going to create is what people have been waiting for. Mark my words, you are not going to let people down. This isn't like you wanting to have a company and it like mimics somebody else's company, or you're copying somebody else's idea and then it's sloppily put together. This ain't that. Okay, this ain't that. You guys could also think of like perfume, pheromones. Let's see what I'm channeling. You guys could have like a crystal business. You guys could travel the world. Like I'm getting like mining for something. What in the world? What else do we got here? Poverty in reverse. You are going to help people come out of poverty. So you might be teaching. You have a very scientific, like chaotic way of teaching. You are the mad scientist of impossible. Maybe you're going to help people with interior design, making their home, like you might build homes. Wow, you might be building homes. But I am getting a lot about furniture. That like might be the beginning. Building furniture, making furniture, custom. I'm getting what you're going to do is custom. I love this for you guys. Keep that in the vault. Don't share that with anyone. You also might become someone that can like marry people. You might become an officiant. You're just showing people like, I'm not just a pretty face. Like I can do a whole bunch of things. Like your expansion is here. You're not no regular schmegular mogul. Like you on another level. You are on another level. And it's going to help people get out of like legal issues. I don't know. You're very innovative. And in this new season, you're no longer the imposter. Like, oh no, like I would love to do that. No, like you got the audacity to want to do that. You have the audacity for expansion, to engineer, to fight fires, to do all the things, to take flight. Wow. This isn't supposed to be in here. We have thunderstorm. So we have a lot of Scorpio energy. You are destroying the data in the system, like people's data, their brain, how it's wired, and it's just gonna boom. The way that you do things, like, look, we could do this. Like, you're gonna be constantly shifting the energy and constantly changing the game. you missed yesterday's message, it's about you being this internet alchemist and it being able to do the unfathomable on social media. So there are different things that we talked about in that message, but one of the things that sticks out to me is being a big kid. I love the person that I'm with, my soulmate, my husband, because I get to be this big kid. And when I was a child, I feel like when I didn't have supervision, I was able to be a kid. I didn't have anybody watching me, so I could do whatever. I could read, I could play with my Barbies, I could play outside. So whatever I was doing, that was great. But then when I had to go live with the other side of my family and I was supervised, it was in a very controlled environment. Everything was controlled. What you eat, what you said, what you did, everything was it was too much. But I feel like that's why I moved out at a very early age. I was like, I got to get out of here. But you guys might relate to that. And now wanting to be this big kid. And that's why I love my person so much, is because they let me be who I want to be. And that changes every day. Some days I'm a big kid, some days I'm not. But I feel like you guys are really enjoying that. Like, I did have a hard life. It wasn't always easy. Your parents could have been super toxic, or you know what? Like, they could have been really toxic, narcissistic. You guys could have toxic parents like that. And it's taking you a lot to say, no, I don't deserve that. I'm going to start healing my inner child. And so it took a lot for me to even feel like I was worthy of that. So maybe you guys relate to the same thing. You are doing things that people just never thought that you could do. Maybe you, like me, dealt with addiction. And you fought some demons that most people would give up. I'm very lucky to be alive today in so many different ways. Whether it wasn't my fault or it was my fault, I feel like I'm lucky to be here because there's so many people that have gone down the road that I've gone down and didn't make it. I've gone to a lot of funerals for people that had the same issues as me, and it's just, you're so grateful to be alive today. And you're showing people you can get sober too. You can live this life too. And you want people to live this life. You don't want people walking around sad and just bogged down by life. So we have the divine hand. Not only is there a divine hand in your life, but you are now the divine hand in many other people's lives. People see you as this earth angel, as this guardian angel. People just trust you. People that just meet you. And then people that have known you, they just feel so vulnerable around you, like they can tell you anything. And it might seem normal to you at this point, but I really want you to think about how people will just tell you things that they would not normally tell people. People that are normally the vault or very encrypted, they just tell you things because they feel like you have been through so much. You're not judging them. You are listening, and that you just have this divine understanding. Affirm it below. I have a divine understanding. I am the divine hand. You are now attracting very helpful people, something that you felt like you would never do. You're like, I thought I would never be able to attract people that wouldn't try to scam, con. Now you guys see through that, and you are telling other people, like, this is what I want, this is what I expect, and this is what I need. And you're going to sift through it as you need to. But yeah, there are fated events taking place. There is a fated relationship. So I even have romance. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. I have romance and love. What you're fighting through, the boundaries that you will push through, to what to be careful of, what is lurking around the corner that maybe isn't so great that you can be ahead of, and what is going to happen with your coming out party. You are being resuscitated. I know if this is your message, you feel like you've had 20 different lifetimes. Let me know in the comments how many, okay, as your spiritual accountant, I need to know I need to crunch the numbers. How many lifetimes do you think that you've lived to this point today? Okay. How many different eras do you feel like you've lived? How many lifetimes? Did you go by the decade, by every 5 years? Do you see a pattern? Or do you just know off the top of your head, like, nope, this is how many times I've lived, and it's been different. And I'm so happy for you guys. You see that you deserve assistance. That yes, there's always going to be narcissists around you, people that don't have good intentions, but you're going to know exactly what to do with them. We have justice. You bring out the impossible with justice because you bring the tower. You bring the ego unaliving. There are so many things that you bring to the equation of like, that's not fair. You like things to be fair. But you're also fair with yourself or honest with yourself when you're not being fair. Like, you know what? I shouldn't have said that to you. That's really unfair. And people are like, you're too pretty to apologize to me. You're too cute to actually care. You blow people away by, like, you're so attractive and your light is so bright that people think that you should act more above the rules or more privileged or like you have a superiority complex. And when you don't act like that, they're like their brain goes, hold on, we need more data. What's happening? The data it doesn't make sense because pretty people don't act that way. Attractive people don't act that way. Your anthem is probably, or one of your anthems is probably, you're only as pretty as the way that you treat people. You're only as pretty as the way that you treat people. So yeah, there is justice unfolding. You've been going through a spiritual boot camp. And one of my favorite YouTubers, the way that she said it was, it's like Batman Begins. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so spot on. And she said that it's like, it's not as like crazy or intense, but I mean, that's the type of boot camp you've been going through in becoming this superhero. Becoming this superhero. The way that you guys walk around, people don't think that you are of this world. Their data is like, wait, people can be that pretty, that inspirational, that spiritual, that smart. Like, you are smart. You have this savage intellect, and you like to have the best of the best. Not that you want to spend a whole bunch of money, but there's something about your aura, the way that you carry yourself, that says, this is expensive. You might not be able to afford me. Another thing is, there are so many times you've played with fire, auto-corrected, and you made it out there. You made it out alive. Okay, there's so many times where you did some very dangerous things, and you're like, oh, hold on, let me reel it back in. I don't need to be doing all of that. There are a lot of times you've played with fire and lost, but never like lost so big that you're not here anymore watching this message. We have, it's about to go down. You are about to leave people in awe, leave people speechless, because you're now this butterfly and you're ready to just do your thing. You have been a sliver of yourself and you didn't see that for a long time. I say this all the time, that you're in this hibernation, this cocoon. And maybe before you felt like anytime you came out of this cocoon, you would have to do it yourself. You would have to get out of the cocoon and like figure out what the frick is going on. And now you're letting people help you out of the situation. You are the main event that's taking place. And you were seeing that when you were in this cocoon, you were not your whole self because of certain people that you were dealing with. It's a part of your destiny to not be in the matrix. And this is something that's been very hard for you to realize, because we naturally or biologically want to be near people. And it's even something that I've struggled with, like, okay, I need to get up out of here because if I stay around these people, like, it's not going to be good for me. Not that I'm judging them, but I just don't resonate with it anymore and I've outgrown it. So you are about to become the CEO of your life and people just don't think that's normal. If you look like a supermodel, maybe you should be doing OnlyFriends. Maybe you should be a dancer. Maybe you should be doing all of these other things. You shouldn't be a CEO, an entrepreneur. You should be in the corporate world or in hospitality or the service. Like, people just want to put these labels on you. You cannot be labeled, and it's leaving people mesmerized. They're like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anybody so different, because you have this childlike wonderment that you're stepping into. Because before, when you were a sliver of yourself, you're like, oh, I'll be in the Matrix. I'll be this robot. Boop, 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 boop. I'm not going to tell people about what I like doing. I'm not going to tell them about my special interests, what I aspire to be, what my goals are, what my hobby. I'm not going to tell them anything. And you are seeing that it's maybe because you were around the wrong people. So all of that is changing now. And you're also getting your sexy back. Okay, you're feeling good again. Like, if I want to wear heart sunglasses, I'm going to wear heart sunglasses. If I want to put a bow in my hair, I'm going to put a bow in my hair. If I want to walk around with a cape, I'll walk around with a cape. You just have this other level of confidence that you're not going to let yourself down. You've done so much shadow work through this boot camp. Learning boundaries, saying no, seeing what you don't resonate with anymore, seeing what you've outgrown, and people just can't process the data. They're glitching, trying to process what you are, who you are, and what you do, because what you're doing hasn't been done before. Mark my words, the things that you are doing have not been done before. And we are in a world, we are in an age of Aquarius, we'll say, that things are ever changing, whether it's AI, social media, the internet, and you are seeing that you, in order to help the collective or be in your purpose, there's something different that you have to do. And that is what you're figuring out. You're ever changing, and that is how God protects you. As you are ever changing, you will always be the trendsetter. That's why you have all of these different personalities. You will no longer be a sliver of yourself. You will be stepping it up and bringing all of the equations, all of the personalities to the table. You are the mad scientist of impossible. So yeah, you're going to be sharing differently. You're going to be speaking differently. Your spiritual support shows people, dang, justice is real. Karma is real. Like, you show people like things they didn't think were real. They're like, oh wait, I did this, they did that. That ish is real. Their brain is trying to compute it. They're like, I don't understand. Like, I've always gotten away with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But when I'm around this person, I don't get away with nothing. You show people shadow work is real. Purpose is real. Self-love is real. Boundaries are real. You show people what's real and then how to achieve the impossible or how to reach for the stars. Whatever it is that they want to do, you inspire people to do that. And that's why it's so important that you are around the right people, so you're not stunting your own growth. So you made it through this intense shadow work. You did some inner child healing. You are now attracting a community that makes you a priority. You have so much gratitude. That's another thing that's like, what? People can't compute your gratitude and all that you went through. Like, I'm grateful I was malnourished as a child. It taught me a lot about not taking food for granted. I never, ever, ever, I don't like to eat ever without blessing my food. I don't ever take food for granted. I like to appreciate food, love food. I don't like wasting food. I'm grateful for the times that I was homeless. I'm grateful for my addiction. I'm grateful for my sobriety. I'm grateful for as many times as I've been in jail. I'm grateful for that because those were the lessons that I needed, and those were the things that I needed to become the person that I am today. You guys have this unwavering gratitude that people are like, I would not be grateful for that. Not having a mom, not having a dad, not having people around that cared. People were like, but you show them to be grateful because somebody always has it worse. We have public attention. You are about to do something that's going to get so much attention. You're not really ready, but God is trying to gear you up and get you ready. Like, hey, Earth Angel, you are the main event, and I don't know if you're already blinded and people are blinded by you, if you're exactly understanding, or if you are even understanding that there's going to be a lot of public attention. Your coming out party is you getting a lot of public attention for your epiphanies, for your creative abilities, for your spiritual abilities, for the way that you see your, the way that you're psychic, the way that you are creative. You are going to start coming up with more creative solutions for things that you're going through. You are of high honor. Your spiritual rank, like you show people like spiritual rank is real. They're like, that's not real, it's not real. You show people woo-woo, crystals, all the things that they're like, I don't know if that's real. It's real. It's real. In your coming out party, you stepping out of this cocoon, you've got the sun in one hand and you got stars in the other. People are like, what is that? Who is that? It's like you're an alien, okay? You are safe. And you know this. There's like a calm that's coming over you. Like, I'm safe. I've made it this far. I've had, negative 54 lives. I've had negative 54 lives. I'm good. I think I'm safe now. So I'm going to make sure that I'm careful and I'm cautious, but I am safe to move faster. Okay, you're seeing like, no, I got a whole fleet of support. Affirm it below. I have a whole fleet of support. I have a whole army of supporters. Trust your intuition. You are winning. Some people aren't even, like, they can't even get the words out to tell you, like, did you know that you're winning? Like, you're really winning. Oh my gosh, did you know that I thought for so long that was impossible? You do things that people are like, no, you can't do that. You can't go there. You can't say that. And you're like, watch me. Watch me. You are a trendsetter. You will be a pioneer of anything that you touch or that you are passionate about. You will become naturally a pioneer in. Like, I'm hearing Picasso. I'm hearing Picasso. Like, I don't know what that means, but it's just what I'm channeling. It's like, it's giving Michael Jackson and it's giving Michael Jackson when he was, he's very childlike. He was a big kid. You're giving that. But also the other side of like, you can't have an amusement park at your house. He was like, watch me. Oh, you can't do this. You can't say that. Watch me. Like, you're going to be doing things. You are going to push the limits. You're like, tell me what the limits are so I can push them. I'm not a healer, but don't push me. Or you know what I mean. But we have sudden wealth. You are going to push the boundaries with wealth. You are going to upheaval in the most shocking way people's belief systems. They're gonna be like, oh my, wait, hold on. It's gonna look like this to them. This is what you guys got people's brains doing. They're like, they can compute 777. They can't compute this. Mad scientists of impossible. They can't compute that. You are showing people, no, I think we can do that. I think we could take it a little bit further. They're like, what? Nobody's ever done that. Whether you're in the Guinness Book of World Records or you are just the pioneer, like you're about to be the pioneer of a different culture. And I love that because in an era where there's so much AI, there's so many copycats and just copy paste, you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So things are being revealed to you where there's like a veil that you are finally able to see behind. There's a veil that's being lifted. Other boundaries that you are pushing is what a divine masculine does and what a divine feminine does. Or what a husband does, or what a wife does, or what a girlfriend does, or what a boyfriend does. You are going to push the limits on what a partner does. And I'm going to get into love as well. Whoever is supposed to do it all, clean it all, be it all, support it all, or protect it all, you are showing people, yeah, we can do that, but we can also love this way. We can take care of each other that way. You show people like a love, excuse me, that is impossible. A career that is impossible. Relationships that are impossible. They're like, oh, I never knew that I could like do any of that. I never knew that I could tell my person that. And that you just want strong, empathic, the words that I'm channeling, strong, empathic type of relationships, like blunt, honest. Yeah, things can get a little bit spicy. You might not always get along, but you're going to resolve, and it's just honest. There's no dirt under the rug. There's no breadcrumbing. So we have breaking point. You, with the boundaries that you push, you are going to see a little bit of negativity, but I don't see you paying any attention to it. I see you guys putting it on the pain o' mind because people are seeing you in a whole different light. So maybe the people from the past that are like, no, I still see them as this and I'm keeping them in this. They're angry that you keep doing what you're doing. You're not stopping for them. This could be a toxic mother, ex, sibling, whoever this is. They know that you are being reviewed for a bigger, better life. You are under review for a bigger, better life, a level up in income, a level up in revenue, a level up in sales, because opportunities await behind every door you touch. Affirm it below. Opportunities await behind every door I touch. I am the pioneer. I am the catalyst for change. People are like, move aside. Oh my gosh, the collective's coming through. They're the catalyst for change. You might want to check yourself because it could get a little bit crazy. So I want to kind of get into romance really quick. Romance and love before I get into what you've been fighting through and what to be careful of. You are about to have the most impossible love romance. People are like, I didn't know you could build a life like that. Yeah. You are Barbara the Builder. You are Bob the Builder. You're like, I want that type of life. I want a legit life and a solid foundation in love. So you are surrendering to the process. You are making yourself available. And again, you have this willingness to be vulnerable. You're like, I have a willingness to be vulnerable. And even though I did it before, I'm going to do that with people I feel comfortable with. I'm going to use my discernment. So you are going to have this support from somebody that you love. And maybe you guys are being guided towards one another right now. It's like you are this lover in the making and they're this lover in the making, and then you're like these magnets that are being drawn towards each other, and maybe you are circling paths right now, but just God or the divine is getting you guys ready. This person could already know who you are and have a secret crush on you. Like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anyone like them. I've never met anyone like that. So maybe they thought they had a type. You differ from everyone's usual type. And then, because you differ from any type they ever thought that they wanted, you create your own type. Okay, you are creating your own type of lover, your own type of person, showing people a love they've never felt before. And you deserve that love to be reciprocated. Oh, I love that. I am showing people a love they've never felt before. We have sprung on you. You deserve to be in an endless relationship of sprung. Okay? An endless relationship of sprung. I've been with my person over a decade. I'm sprung. Like, sprung. Okay? I can't. The numbers are like crazy for it. I'm crazy for that person. You guys deserve years and years and years and years of this. And maybe people are like, oh my gosh, you can't be, year 7, year 12, year 20, things go to crap, you outgrow each other, and that, yes, that could be the case. But you are going to show people you can still be 20 years in and be in love. You can still be you're the Notebook on, I was going to say on steroids, but you're the Notebook on another level, okay? You are going to show people nope, romance can mean many different things. Romance doesn't just have to mean flowers. It doesn't just have to mean taking you out on dates or posting on social media how much they love you. Love is also listening, encouraging, supporting, understanding, a willingness to learn. Love is seeing the inner child in the other person. Like, I see the inner child in my person and they see the inner child in me. When they're mad or upset, they're like, ugh, it's hard to get mad at me because they see the 8-year-old version of me that had no one. And vice versa. I see a certain age in them where they needed someone. Do you know what I mean? You are going to connect to somebody on a soul level. And if you are already connected to somebody on a soul level, you're starting a whole new chapter with them. Where you're like, you know what? I think we can do better. I think we can love each other better. So you're falling in love all over again. Affirm it below. I'm ready to fall in love all over again. To have the butterflies. You're picking up where you left off. Or maybe there was an era in your love life where you're like, I really liked when our relationship was at this stage. And so you're going to take it back to that. You're going to spice it up. Affirm it below. I'm ready to spice it up. So we have, what are you fighting through? What have you fought through and why are you grateful? There are so many times where you've been trapped, lost, confused, like, I guess I have to work at this job. I guess I have to stay in this relationship. I guess I have to stay in this marriage. There are so many times that you had to fight through being nickeled and dimed, being breadcrumbed, having to drink to forget, maybe having to do some other things to forget, and moving through a deep missing of someone. Like, I really miss them, but I have to move on because it's not going to work. So you've had to fight through ending relationships, to end hardships in your life, to end issues, working through being a hot mess, like crying through it all, like, oh, I don't know what to do. Knowing that the distance and creating healthy boundaries is important. Also working through the anger that they feel when you walk away from them. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to send everything I got. The Sesame Street is real to them. And you guys can deal with a lot of spell work that is sent your way. People are like, oh my gosh, I don't know who they think they are. Boopity boopity boop. But you always have one in the hopper, bestie. So people are always spellbound around you. People that don't like you, they're either like cursing you in their head and they're smiling, or they're just, you deal with a lot of psychic attacks, period. We have cyber bullies. Because you are an internet alchemist, if you watch the last message, There are people that maybe want to try to embarrass you or make you look dumb. Maybe yesterday that could have bothered you. Maybe last year that could have hurt your feelings. It will never again hurt you on that level. And you guys might want to explain to me why it will never hurt you on that level again. People trying to embarrass you. And I've had that happen. I had a family member try to upload what they thought would be embarrassing photos of me my first day of being married. Not only did my family try to ruin my wedding and weren't happy for me and tried to sabotage it the whole year leading up, I was like, wow, they couldn't just be happy for me for one day. And it was really sad. But anyways, my first day of being married, because I would not give them the reaction that they wanted. Okay, you guys didn't want to be bridesmaids. You didn't want to be a part of this wedding. You didn't want to be a mom and go dress shopping. You didn't want to help with the food. You didn't want to do anything. They actually said, we're not going to be around while you're planning this, so have fun with that. We'll see you on the day of. Cool. And in my sobriety, and I don't want to get into it, but my first day of being married, because I wouldn't give them the reaction that they wanted the whole year leading up to, and I did kind of get into a back and forth when things like came to a head, but I was standing up for myself, and I don't think they were used to that. Who do they think they are standing up to themselves? Why aren't they giving us the crazy reaction that we want so we can say that she's crazy? She's crazy. Whoever is trying to bully you, it could be somebody in your family. It could be somebody that wants to like ostracize you and like exile you from the equation. And you might just exile yourself. You're like, I'm not trying to be here. I'm saying my goodbyes. So my first day of being married, my family members decided to send out my mugshots to my husband of one day and whoever else they decided to send it to, in group messages. This is who Brittany really is. Boopity boopity boop. Mind you, at the time, I was 4 years sober. I am now 10 and a half years sober. But at that time, I was 4 years sober, and they were trying to make me feel like I'm still that person. It's like, I'm 4 years sober. Like, wait. What do you mean I'm still that person? And so when they sent that to my husband of one day, he was like, I feel really bad for you guys. I have these pictures saved. I didn't forget what she's gone through. And she's very proud of her sobriety. So if you're trying to embarrass her, I feel really bad for you. And I'm going to pray for you guys. And I thought it was really nice that he answered. I was like, I'm not responding to that because I don't care. Whatever these people are trying to do to hurt your feelings, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. The smear campaign, the effery of it all, the flying monkeys, it's not going to work. You also have worked through when people lay it on thick. And this could be you or vice versa. This could be you laying it on thick or sugarcoating certain things to make something go away or to make something be easier. But you have fought through sugarcoating, not wanting to be assertive, laying it on thick, to not want to, make somebody mad. We've all done things like this. Like, I don't want to make them mad, so I'm just going to be like, everything's fine. Another thing that you have fought through that you should be really proud of is that you are no longer haunted by your past. Maybe before you're like, I don't want to talk about my past. We don't need to know about that. But now you're like, no, I'm going to put that on Front Street. I'm proud of my past. You have moved through backstabbers that were close to you. Smile on your face the whole time they want to take your place. I had friends like that where I thought they were, a really good friend. To come to find out they were sleeping with my person. And, this was a long time ago. But just when you first start dating and you don't really know what you're doing and you're just trusting and you're like, this person's my soulmate. And then they come to find out they're sleeping with all your friends. Like, I literally can't. I'm hearing motorcycle. I literally can't. I have an ex that would try to get me to overindulge so I would be inebriated so he could hang out with my friends. And I didn't know that until like I was out of that relationship. And that's something that I really had to work through because it was so like, what? So basically he would try, I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but he would basically try to get me to take like more pills, or knowing that I'm the type of person that's like go big or go home. When I was partying like that, where I would take like, oh, I'll take all the shots, I'll do all the things. And he would take advantage of that and be like, yeah, just take a little bit more. Take a little bit more. And I'd be so sick in the bathroom. And then he'd be hanging out with my friends in a non-appropriate way while I'm in the same house. Like, that is sicko disgusto. Like, what type of person are you? Really? Do you know what I mean? So, I can't. You have worked through scarce mentality, thinking like, oh, I don't think I can have what everyone else is going for. I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if I can have that level of success. Because there's so many times that you've had to start over from zero. I am also seeing that you have fought through being impatient, needing to have all of the answers right now, having this rage, or feeling bad for having your heart on your sleeve. You're like, no, I'm proud of my heart. I'm proud of the fact that I love, and I love hard. And I'm going to share those lessons and help people. We have Imposter Island. You fought through the fact that you are not an imposter. Think about how many exes or how many alleged loved ones have told you, oh my gosh, like, you can't do that. You're such a poser. You don't look good doing that. You should stop. We never, as many nice things as people say about us, we sure as heck don't forget the negative things they say, no matter if we want to. And you fought through the fact that I am not an imposter. And I always felt like my family tried to make me feel like that. Not everybody in my family. I have a great stepdad, but I mean, and a couple other family members. But do you know what I mean? I have a lot of family members that always tried to make me feel like, what are you doing that for? Oh, it's tacky, that's gaudy, you're always doing too much, that looks trashy, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I thought I was doing this or that. And they always made me feel like gross or bad or like dirty for liking the things that I liked. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to eat a certain something, oh my gosh, ew. If I wanted to do a certain something, oh my gosh, ew. And so I always like second guessed if I should I do this? And it took me a long time to feel like I'm getting off Imposter Island. I am me. And I like being me. And I realized I don't like being around them. So after I got married, I stopped talking to them. I was like, I'm done. We're going zero contact. They tried to send me stuff. I sent it back. And I wasn't going to let them hold anything over my head. Like, oh my gosh, we sent her a Christmas gift and she didn't even thank us. No, take that ish back. Take it back until you get the point. Don't send me nothing. Riddle me what? Don't send me nothing. So what could be around the corner for you? Or if the devil's plans could unfold, what would happen type of ish? And if other people could have their way, what would they have happen in your life? But I feel like you guys are going to be 30 steps ahead. The grasp of greed. Devil energy wants you to get materialistic, wants you to become unhinged, ungrounded. Like, oh my gosh, look at all this cool stuff you got. Start treating people badly. Start being, self-absorbed or conceited. Start being possessive or controlling. That ain't gonna happen. But this is devil energy's plan, is for you to feel like materialistic, greedy. Oh, no, this is mine. Do you feel like you're wasting your time? All the things that you've been working towards have been a waste, or nothing good will come of it? For you to feel like, what are you trying to fix? What are you trying to improve? What a waste of time to try to improve anything. Why are you always trying to make the best out of a bad situation? Devil energy wants you to roll around in the mud with the flying monkeys and the piglets. Wants you to not be on the same page as many, or to feel like you're divided, to feel like you're separated, to feel like you're all by yourself on your lonesome. I don't know how to say it. To feel like the karmic lessons are never going to end. You're going to have to be cautious. You need to be weary. To make you feel like every day is the same. Devil energy wants to make you feel like, nope, every day's the same. I don't know why you even get up and try. Every day's the same. So just copy, paste, copy, paste. Something that you've had to work through that wants to come out again is this discrimination. And I feel like you've done a really good job of stopping this and standing up for yourself. Like, I don't care where your deep-seated hate comes from. I am not the one. I am not the one. And I see you guys protecting other people as well. Like, don't be treating my friend like that. So I know that you guys don't like when people discriminate or when they try to label you or like put you in a box, but devil energy wants you to feel like the bigger you become with recognition, success, the more you're going to deal with people that don't really like you, the more you'll deal with backstabbers. And I see you guys have gone through this boot camp to protect you from all of that, to protect you from the greed, like to help you work through discriminating, to help you work through feeling like every day is the same, that you are going to keep repeating these cycles, that you have to be weary and cautious and scared and terrified, like this fear-mongering energy, like everybody wants to fight me, nobody likes me. You are finally seeing different things and you're not going to go backwards. The wounds that you've been healing from family issues have ended certain hardships in your life. And that's another reason why you're coming out of this cocoon. Just like people don't believe in Santa Claus or the tooth fairy or a teddy bear is real, in your world, these things are real. And this is the magic that you're going to bring to the equation. To believe in the magic again, to believe in the impossible. And then I have Drake trophies. Bitch, I use a walkie-talkie just to get a beverage. You might have an elevator in your home. You know what I mean? You might have several homes. But if I normally don't get messages like this, but if you have been going through some health issues or a lot of stress and you've been dealing with issues with your body, I'm seeing that you are getting your body to even a better position than or a better place than it's ever been. You show people as well that what you can really do with the body when you give an F. Does that make sense? Like, there are so many people that told you like you're never gonna have kids, you're always gonna be diabetic, or there's something that people told you and you're like, I'm not, and you like got into mad scientist mode and you fixed these things that the doctors like told you like you're never gonna be able to fix that. It's not gonna go away. You're like, riddle me what? Yes, it is. They're like, oh, it's never gonna go away. Just trust me. And you made it happen. This is why you were chosen to influence. You were going to help people overcome health challenges, health scares. But yeah, I'm seeing that you're getting your body is like snapping back, but to like what you would dream it to be. And that always felt impossible. Whether it was your hair, your body, after having children or not being able to have children, like whatever it is, whatever they told you, the experts, you are the mad scientist of impossible. And you are healing from this ongoing battle. Like you got it all the way together. This is something that you've been dreaming of. Like you could have felt really depressed, and you worked through that. And as much time as it took you to get up out of bed, to shake off the spirit of delay, like, you did that. You freaking did that. Like, nope, I'm going to get up and I'm going to start learning about this disease or this thing that's wrong with me. I'm going to start figuring that out. And now that you're figuring it out, you're going to be able to not only master that, but use it to help other people. I'm telling you. It kind of reminds me of something that I went through. I was having some health issues, and then I was working through that despite what doctors and experts told me, and then I used that to help a couple other people. And it's really helped them not only with their mindset, but to not have to go to the doctor as much, to help them like not feel depressed, not so defeated. And it's almost like that thing that I went through that was so hard and so challenging and just like really took so much out of me. Like, I needed to go through that as much as it hurt so I could help somebody else through their hurt. And it took me a long time to like figure that out. Like, why the frick am I going through this? And I think that I had gone through so much stress in the last couple of years, like just an unbelievable amount of stress that I think my body was like, it couldn't take it anymore. And so I had to start really putting my health at the forefront when I didn't before. I was always like, I'll be fine. Slap a Band-Aid on it. It'll be cool. Rub some tussin on it. But seriously though, that's how I was. Like, let's get some caffeine. Let's wake up. Where's the face wipe? Rub some tussin on it. Rub some dirt on it. Like, it's going to be fine. That's how I always was. And then God was like, no, you have to take better care of yourself. And I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And so I was like, you know what? That's not me being in my divine feminine energy, is me not sitting down to take care of it. And so that's what I've really had to learn, is how to be more in my divine feminine energy and really like love on myself. And doing that made me research high and low. It made me become the mad scientist of taking better care of myself. And now when I hear that somebody's going through anything similar, I can help them in any way possible. And I feel like that's what you guys are going to be doing. Something that you went through that was really painful. It could have put you in the hospital. It could have taken everything that you had. And you're like, why the frick am I going through this? You could be you could be at the tail end of that and being like, I know I'm getting better, but like, why am I going through this? And it was because in this new era, this new life, you're becoming this butterfly. And you can't be the butterfly with one wing. You can't be the butterfly if you don't know how to sustain flying. You know what I mean? If you're just guessing, if you never really like took the class or the course to fly, you can't just be out here like, I'm winging it, it's fine. Like, no pun intended, but pun intended. You're like, I'm just out here winging it, it's cool. You are seeing that you can no longer procrastinate with how you take care of yourself. God has bigger plans for you. God has bigger plans for you. So we can't, there's, certain times where we just can't be winging it. So you're seeing your life in a whole new light. I'm also getting that, yes, you are going to be doing more networking. You won't like it all the time, but use your discernment and network with the people that you have a good feeling about. Okay? Network with the people that you have a good feeling about, because you're going to be getting a lot of offers. People see you differently. They already see you as famous. They already see you as somebody important. So I'm seeing 818 on my timer. You don't need to go with everybody. That's why you've been learning no. That's why you've been through the boot camp of no. Remember that, because a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, will you help me with this? Can you do this for me? Oh my gosh, can you hold on to this baby? Like, can you fix this? Like, and you know that you can, but you've already gone through an era where you spread yourself thin, and you can't do that anymore. So you are not gonna let people push your boundaries as you are pushing other boundaries in the world. and making big things happen. So it's time for you to start having more fun. It's time for you to start having way more fun and being comfortable in that. Okay, last but not least, we have wishes granted. Magical energies surrounding you. Your thoughts are manifesting. Bestie. Your thoughts are manifesting. I love how mindful you are of your thoughts manifesting, because maybe before you're like, if I'm mad, I'm mad. I don't care. I don't care what it's manifesting. But now you're like, oh, hold up. I'm hearing that one song. Hold up. It's like Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay. Talk to the hand. You messing with a grown ass man. I don't know the words. I just making stuff up. But you are no longer ignoring when you're mad or you're angry. You're like, oh, let me not manifest more of that. Your wishes are coming true. Things getting back on track. Things that really caused you pain or like just broke you down. You are the mad scientist of magic, of magical. So you are surrounded, you are supported, and it's just so beautiful. I hope you get to really start having fun and relaxing, because you've put in so much work. You've put in so much work that you don't get to celebrate yourself enough. You don't get to slow down enough. You don't get to have enough fun. And I know that you guys are like very light of heart, so you look for different ways to have fun. Like you could have fun at the grocery store, but I'm seeing that like, no, you need to step up your fun. Just like you have a level of impossible for everything else in your life, you need to do that for the things that you do for yourself. The vacations you want to go on, the self-care that you want to have for yourself. You can do it all. You're getting up out of the matrix. And I wish I could hug you guys. Okay. All important links are in the description box. You guys drop your favorite affirmations. Don't forget to smash the you know what. Hit the bell, you don't want to miss out. And yeah, just thank you guys for letting me be a part of your path. You guys are amazing. I'm so honored and grateful for the collective, my subscribers, my soul fam, my besties on the internet. I'm so grateful for you guys. Is there anything else? Oh, I want you guys to drop the fairy down below. That little like fairy emoji. Looks like Tinkerbell. Drop that emoji down below if you made it all the way to the end. You can also, I don't know why I'd be saying two emojis, but this is how my brain works. You can also drop the like little microscope down below if you know you're the mad scientist of impossible. You feel me? So drop the fairy, drop the microscope, because this is so exciting. You're about to engineer a whole new life. You're about to engineer a whole new world. Affirm it below. About to engineer a whole new life. I'm about to engineer a whole new world. I don't know why I'm clapping, but sounds good. Okay? So I look forward to speaking to you guys in the comments. And yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I love you guys. Bye.